everybody? Right back at you, right back at you. On the first video, everybody talking about why we can't just get along. That rabbi man say, it all started because of confusion of God. You know what? I've been on a quest for a while to debunk and unravel all these lies because people think it ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got everything to do with you, self. It got a lot to do with me. I'm caught up in this bullshit, too. I want to know the truth, too. You know? It ain't just that. It ain't just about no argument or no debate. Like your boy say, I don't debate. I teach. I only debate my equal, because you can't debate a fool. He ain't got no damn information. How you gonna debate somebody about orange and you ain't never seen what an orange look like? You goofy. So, to make a long story short, we gonna take this journey and unraveling what the hell y'all going on? They got this dude called Dr. Delbert Blair. You do your own research. I'm tired of that. Hey man, the Bible say I'm tired of telling y'all shit. When this is the age of information and all this stuff is at your fingertips. Use your spirit of discernment and figure out what the hell going on for your goddamn self. Roll it.
We're going to get very deep tonight.
Very deep.
We're going to get into subject matter that...
Now hold up before I start now. Everybody scared of truth now. If you scared of truth, turn your ass around right now and go find another video with a whole bunch of Asian people chewing and swallowing food in 5 seconds. Maybe that's more up to your speed.
Maybe somewhat trepidous to some, and you're going to hear some comments that are going to be way out. You're going to hear some suggestions that may be way out. Having talked with some of you individually, what I used to consider way out now is commonplace, because many of you are already dealing with the thoughts of aliens and interfacings here and all kind of genetic splicings.
You go that alien stuff. What that is, that 3-eye atlas? Shit. Man, I ain't waiting on no damn alien. Let me tell you something. If that alien shit is true, I guarantee you ain't gonna get no more bills in the mail, no more calls, no more debt. Them people gonna be haul ass. And then tell them people haul ass, ain't shit about to go down. If you still paying bills, if the credit card's still talking to you and trying to squeeze out money from a tomato, then ain't shit going on. Because you know they gonna be the first one to run, just like the animals. When a fire or something natural that's about to happen, you see all the animals, all the birds, all the stuff, hauling ass while you looking around. Just do like the black people. When you see one thing run, nigga, you run too. Roll it.
So, although at one time this lecture was phenomenal, I think now it's just run-of-the-mill. It's just something else that would be good to have in your arsenal to oppose or to understand that either threatens you or that intends to work with you.
He said arsenal. That means what? Good God. What is it good for?
I make no bones about the contents. I simply say it's as I research it and I give it to you in the same way. We're going to start off with...
No Vaseline. Well, y'all better call Pete Diddy about that baby. Maybe you need some lube.
With the woman lecture, and that's because women run everything anyway, right?
What?
Yeah. How would you say women run everything? Don't you even do it? I didn't want to see those hands. You start...
Yeah, boy, you start to say woman? Ooh, people start cringe. Even women. They done brainwash you so much, you'll hate yourself. That bad. Ooh, roll it.
Started to raise their hands up, too. I saw you. Let's just say that probably some of the most interesting products and subjects on this planet are women. Isn't that a terrible way to address the female gender? But you are, if you're a female, simply because females, I think, are the worst critics of other females on earth.
Yeah, got brainwashed. What they said, male identified. They would turn women against women. Who they turn against women for? I think they turn against women for men. Well, he gonna tell it all. I ain't gotta say that much. I'm just here to respond and to react to what's going on and say what I had already felt. I ain't been feeling this in my bone before I was in my bones. It's just nice to see somebody saying what you already thought, know, and felt. Roll it.
They would tear a man apart, but then they'll give some reason for why that woman made him like that, or the lack of a woman made him like that. But
yeah, well, what about her? She did it too. That old blame game shit. Two wrongs don't make it right, baby. Two wrongs don't make it right. You know better.
when it comes to interaction with each other, it can get to be terrible.
See? That's what it was with that rabbi shit. They say, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Why those gotta be terrible when the two get together when your Lord said it was good? You remember what I told you about good, huh? God created stuff that's good, but then he need woman to make it better. Like I said, why he couldn't make it better in the first place? Mr. Omnipotent. Roll it.
Hopefully some of that is changing, but as you will see tonight, there are some times when you do, if you're female, ally with each other. You do come together as one in the face of some things that men might say or do. O.J. Simpson excluded. What I'm going to say is simply this. The time we're living in is a time when knowledge and hopefully wisdom will be manifest. Without true understanding, it's impossible to manifest complete wisdom because it'll be somewhere there a lack of knowledge.
I saw a video yesterday with this dude, Dr. Valentine, and 360 Black Magic, Radiohead Rich. They was talking about, the spiritual community and all this stuff here and there. And yeah, I feel like y'all waste my time learning all this stuff. No, you didn't waste time. It's about internalizing. See, if everybody don't internalize and then put it to action, it's no good. We still need the masses. I already said that. Lord, if I need the masses to help get me to the next level, I'm doomed. Doom. Because them fools hanging out with the Master Bible say the mass ain't in number die. Number sheep. Number sleep. Sheep sleeping. Roll it.
I let the chips fall where they may. I did some research, and in the dictionary it stated that woman was an adult female.
What? In the dictionary, he must have read the one before this movement. Now they don't even know what a woman is. A birthing person. Even though you call a birthing person. Y'all transformers still can't birth. What's the point? Roll it.
Human being. I don't think we've got any problem with that at all. Is anyone have a problem with that definition? All right, we're together at least at the start. It says that womanhood was a time or condition of being a woman.
Wow.
Well, it makes sense to me. I don't think it's a big deal there either. We may have an interesting interface with this one because it said that girl was a female child or a young unmarried woman or...
Wait till y'all find out about the poofing room. Oh, you know what? Jude Poofin gonna be next. Dr. Jude Poofin. Yep, roll it.
Or at one time that the word girl meant young boy.
Young boy? I know what they're talking about. They're talking about the before. See, that's that thing where all beings, when you're in a certain state, they're all female. Why is that? Do your own research. Roll it.
That one kind of grabbed me. I had to do some other references, when you get to your third Ibid definition for whatever the original was. I said, that's interesting. It's going to become even more interesting as we move on. I look biblically because I find many people feel that they understand the Bible and feel that whatever is in the Bible is...
Many people understand the Bible. Didn't that rabbi just tell you it all began with the confusion of God? So how you understanding something and it was broken in the first place? That's like trying to ride a bike with a flat tire and still trying to roll. Fix a flat tire, you can roll. If you never fix a flat tire, you'll never ride right. Roll it.
Adequate and true. And so consequently, it's stated there that the rib from Adam was created to give man a helpmeet, which was referred to as woman.
See? There go that helpmeet again. You only need help if you can't do it by yourself. So that's two validations of this, what they call so-called male, can't help itself. Roll it.
Created from Adam's rib to be a helpmeet to man. I didn't know if that meant helpmeet to bills or if it meant helpmeet somebody at the train station or what, but it did say help me. And I'm sure you have a better interpretation of that than I, but in my ignorance, I questioned what that was. With all of that...
Facts. He questioned what that was. They people don't question. They just take it, digest it, and roll with it, and they regurgitate the same lies with no understanding. You see, that's how lies get started. That's why everybody's confused. Everybody keeps spreading the same lie over and over without no explanation. Roll it.
Around, I then began to look even deeper into the phenomenal set of cells and set of personality and spirit that is a female.
What? Truth be known, Henrietta Lacks, healer, COVID, Vivian. They telling you right now, them genes immortal. You know, they always talking about, oh man, too powerful. Why don't take your sperm? Why man ain't that scientific, miraculous point that you taking everything from him and recreating everything else? Why everything gotta come from her? But yet, he the one, he first. Okay, this man here telling y'all. Cause like that girl said, you hear from a woman about, oh, you hate men. No, we don't hate men, y'all hate yourself. We just trying to live. That's all that is. And he gonna get deeper. Wait till that next episode when I bring these two people in that's going to talk about the scientific fact, about the mother cell and the daughter cell. Cause you know what? They give it to you right in your face. Anybody smart, that's why I want y'all to be educated. Anybody in college that you take a biology 101, 2, and you start to learn about them cells inside your body and what that look like and how they produce on their own. Like that lady say, your grandmother carried you. When your grandmother had your mama, all the woman eggs gonna be inside her when she born. So your grandmother had your eggs in her, and your mama eggs, and your mama eggs in her, carrying all y'all at the same time. Talk about lineage. This is why we don't need no so-called DNA test. And you know who your mama is, you know who your mama is, you know who you are. That's the same thing with that FBA shit. Look, we been here. I don't wanna hear that. Roll it.
And I found this, which I know all of you will agree to, that woman is indeed, bless her heart, the weaker sex. That woman is in general, again, a prime example of what womb man can be, and that, of course, men are obviously much smarter than women, but because of the brain structure, but we still try to be compatible. Do you have any problems with any of those last three statements?
I'm gonna let him tell it. I ain't about to say nothing.
A lot of problems. Why did I think that some women may have that problem? Are there any men with any problems with what I just said?
No.
One man. Well, you don't count. You're just one man with a problem, okay? All the rest of the men did not raise their hands, all right? I used to say that because...
Of course not. They told y'all the leader, and y'all the end-all, be-all, the booty-pop, the rooty-too. Roll it.
He wants you to buy his tapes, that's all. I know what it is. Well, I think I can give you proof, even though I said that, and it may be an exaggeration, but if you can back up an exaggeration, it may become a truth. So let's see if I can back that up. I want you to listen carefully now before you pass judgment.
You gotta listen carefully. Did you hear it? Did you hear what I said? That's what they would be saying. Roll it.
Because I'm now going to show you why I said that. I think you may even agree with me at the end. Maybe not. Throughout the world, there are more widows than widowers. There are more women, 100 and over, than there are men.
Yeah. Honestly, they be trying to kill themselves. That's why they drink and do all kind of dead devil stuff. They don't want to be here either. They know when they get over this, that's a wrap. Roll it.
100 and over. The female body, on a worldwide racial consideration, retains the characteristics of youth longer than males do. Less, or at least fewer women, have hardening of the arteries. Most women, again, have a tendency to adjust blood pressure a little bit quicker than men, and faster, if you would. And that the incidence of ulcers is much lighter in women than in men.
I don't see how, and all they do is worry a woman to death. Me get this, I need that, do this, do that. Roll it.
Let me say, however, that's changing as women are beginning to develop ulcers, and I can't understand why, on a per capita ratio by state in the United States, up to 60% as fast as men. There's more heart failure and apoplexy in men than there is in women. And when it comes to retaining breath and using oxygen, women are much less easy to suffocate and can retain that ability longer than men. Women can endure cold weather on a general basis better than men. And in higher altitudes where there's 18% less oxygen, and of course they don't know about our oxygen products, women survive much better. Women who live in the Andes Mountains, and of course all women must live in the Andes Mountains, can carry heavier loads than men because the oxygenating capacity being stronger, the muscle texture and tenure is better. Just as I'm going about halfway through this, I guess you can begin to see how I'm supportive of my original premise and statement. You do see how I'm backing this up, right?
Disclaimer. This for educated people only. If you don't understand terminology and definition, please put your dictionary and thesaurus on the side of you before you start looking at this video, because you just ain't gonna understand. You know, they done dumbed down America so much and shitted on education like that's such a bad thing. That's why y'all lost now. You shall pay for a lack of knowledge, I keep telling y'all. It's correct. After you shall receive, seek you shall find. Some of y'all don't want to. Y'all like living in the Lulu world. Roll it.
How many agree that I'm backing it up? No. Well, I think I'm doing a good job at backing this up. Let me go on. Maybe I haven't said enough. Let's just let me go on with this a bit. The female brain not only has a finer texture.
Now, I'm going to pause it right here. All these transformers, man and woman, they ain't got no difference. We all the same. There are differences on a molecular scale. There are differences. There was no difference. We all be looking like. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop this bullshit. Y'all gotta stop lying to yourself like that. That's crazy. And all y'all out there cyber slurping on this red pill, blue pill, yellow pill, go. Come on, man. It just don't make no sense. Red, gold, and green. That's some karma chameleon shit. Y'all need to get the shit right. For real, for real. Let's get real with this, man. Where's all the intelligent people at? Are you telling y'all slow? Roll it.
And has a more complex organization than that of the man, but relative to overall body weight, it is 1/4 heavier. Particularly like that. But there are fewer females, well, that's not true, baby miscarriages than there are boy or male baby miscarriages.
You hear that? Put a pin in the cap. Write that down and put a stamp on it. And every time you hear that shit, reference that. Reference biology. Reference the science. Can't lie with science. It's proven. Roll it.
Let me repeat that, because that's a statistic that I don't have all the percentiles on, but it is a fact. Fewer women coming to term have a loss of a child, again, to whatever the miscarriage reason again, that is a child, girl child, than that is a boy child. They carry more girls to term successfully than boy babies to term.
Now, pause that. They had a video I'm going to do, and it's going to actually back up and corroborate what this man here is saying. It's all science. Straight science. No belief, no thoughts, not I think. It's in the textbook. It's all in the book. It ain't ran and written by women. It's written by men. You know they ain't gonna write nothing that's so light shining on a female like that. They ain't trying to big up a woman. Shit, you crazy. It's gonna destroy their little dynamic. Ask yourself, why does the thing that hate women so much gonna put the actual truth about it? Because it's the truth. It's a fact, right? It's the truth, bro. Roll it.
In childhood, the female is mentally superior to males. The female also has a larger thyroid gland, which has 3 lobes, to the male's 2-lobe gland.
3. Remember that. 3. Uno, dos, tres. ABC. Un, deux, trois. Whatever language you looking at it in. Roll it.
You must remember that because it's going to have a very important bearing when we really get heavy here. Now, and also, as I promised you, there would be 3 glands, secret glands of females. That is one. One that has been misquoted or not properly given its place is the 3-lobed female thyroid gland versus the 2-lobed male thyroid gland. The girl of 7, because of high, rich thyroid hormones, again, thyroxine, has a brain capacity that a boy does not get until he's nearly 14. That is double the age. A brain capacity that a boy child does not get until past puberty at 14. Strong.
Hold on. Why he so slow? Why is the male genetics so slow? Well, if you look under the microscope with the chromosomes XY, that little Y looks so broken down and decrepit, and that's a shame. That's some retarded shit. And don't get mad at me for using the word retarded. I ain't made the shit up. They made it up. So use it. Roll it.
Mental and physical women conceive girl babies almost all of the time. And in fact, I would say almost, as we will see, that 99% of all original zygotes are female when formed. Now, with all of that, and of course I have proven without a shadow of a doubt all of the things that I stated and stressed at the beginning, right? Right. And as a man, it makes me feel much better to say that I have backed that up, even if I haven't. The whole point is that the ladies, the women, seem to have a lot on the male body and the male brain up until a certain thing begins to happen. Then most of the things that I have talked about begin to reverse, and the problem starts with the word men. The word is menstruation. Menstruation. I didn't say menstruation, I said menstruation, or the menses. I will refer to it from this point on as the menses. Menstruating women lose calcium, thyroxine, iodine, phosphorus, lecithin, vitamin E, vitamin B1, 6, 12, 15, B2, magnesium, manganese, iron, copper, zinc. And some of this loss starts 2 weeks before the menses actually starts in what is called leukorrhea. Now, just to say that may not make a lot of impact. It should. In case it doesn't, let me just explain a couple of those things that I mentioned. Calcium, for instance, not only in teeth and so, but stabilizes the nervous system throughout the body. Without calcium, the nervous system cannot function correctly. Phosphorus is found in all healthy, normal cells. Iodine, the lack of which, or overabundance of which, leads into what we call giganticism, or, even though it's not the master gland, it affects almost every gland from the throat down and a few from the throat up again. The growth and maintenance of the body through the growth and maintenance of the thyroid gland is a must. And, interesting enough, the thyroid gland tends to swell during menstruation. There's a reason for that. Science has also gone so far as to prove that the birth of congenital idiots increases as the iodine supply decreases, and the type of sea iodine, like that from dulse and kelp and these kind of sea plants and algae and lichen family, decrease. In this case, we've all been blessed because now when it rains, it pours. We all can go out and buy iodized salt. But understand, in many cases, iodized salt is from a land-based consumption, And land plants are not as rich in chlorophyll, and therefore their mineral value does not have as much energy in them as does a seed vegetative. Now, we accept this concept of menstruation as being a thing that is done for the health of a woman, is decreed by nature since one is born female, and that's all it has to do with it. Let me state that that is not exactly the case. There are women throughout the world, even now, who do not menstruate, never did menstruate, and in the sense of a tribe.
Hold that thought. Like Master Bob said, y'all all right? I ain't want y'all going to sleep or being confused just because y'all not hearing my voice. I just really want y'all to pay attention to what this doctor's saying. This man started out in religion. This man went to be a metaphysician. He studied the medical field. He's not only a doctor in the medical field. He was a priest. So that spiritual and that science is colliding with each other. The shit that he learned in that spiritual shit, and what he's starting to see in science with his own eyes. Let me tell you something. Science is just proof of the unseen. Most people are unseen. Well, hell, you can't see bacteria on your skin, bitch, it's unseen. You get that microscope and you look a little closer, it becomes seen. Everything you think ain't unseen, it ain't just unseen, it's just you can't see the shit. Zoom in. A lot of things you can't see till you zoom in. Zoom. Roll it.
Tribe or nation have the profundity and propensity in generally to not menstruate. Most Hindu women do not menstruate. One of the last ones that was very much acclaimed and about her no need for such was Indira Gandhi. Most ancient African women did not menstruate. Belkis of the ancient Greek and Sappho of the ancient Greek and the oracles of the Delphi, who were all Grecian women that were replaced in half by men, keep that in mind, prophets, if you would, people who could look into the future and guide Grecian society, did not menstruate. Hypatia being just one of them again, Carina being another. The Amazon women, the Teutonic women, the female Gallic women, and the West African Watitatas, the West African Bossimans, the Ndambis of the Congo. None of those women believed in menstruation, nor did their bodies mense or go through a menses.
See how they inject up this world? Inject up people's mind and mentality. Soul man think it's soul man is, like Master Bob say. Y'all made people think a certain way, then took their mind, made them think that shit not is. Roll it.
Why is it then that they become the exception? They also grow stronger, taller, have more psychic ability, and more ability to bring in new births successfully without a lot of drugs, and even in some cases, even herbals. They're stronger, and they do not menstruate. Obviously, again, if they brought in births, how is that possible since they did not undergo menstruation? We find that there has been a lot of misinterpretation from some so-called holy sacred books. And
some misinterpretation. Again, I'm going to bring that right on back. Bring that funky track back. Bring that funky... Okay, we bring it back. I told y'all that rabbi them know. Because, you know, they done stole a lot of text too, hiding shit. They try to keep for themselves. What good did it do to keep some stuff for yourself and you jacked up? So you took it for what? You took it for other people, or you took it for yourself? How you holding and stole all the knives in the world and you still jacked up? Because you goofy. Roll it.
Possibly a lot of purposeful, well, how can I put it, changings of what was taught at one time by the phylum and gender called men, heading up organizations such as churches and medical societies for certain purposes.
Hold that thought. We keep coming back to the same problem. We keep coming back to the same thing they say we got a problem with. Keep shining light on these same... You know what? I ain't about to tiptoe. You know, like Master Bob said, I'm not about to keep massaging the crazy. And it look like they the crazies. Thank goodness you got some males that understand the gig is up. The gag is, the gig is up. And they finally see in their older, wiser years after getting towed down a couple times. Hey, I might well tell the truth. My balls don't work no more. I ain't got nothing to pretend about no more. You know them, my life almost over. Let me come clean. Oh, man, that's some bullshit.
Maybe that's a challenge that I should throw out. Maybe that's something that you won't accept. But let us continue to look into this whole idea again. Women have been told, and they have traced it back to biblical interpretation by many prophets, priests, ministers, and reverends, that it is unclean issue that was necessary, and that women should be ostracized from a society or tribe during the menses, and it was a sign of her
unclean. How did this be so unclean when all y'all do is use blood for stuff? Because it don't come from you, so you got to use eternal blood. See, women got their own blood, sacrifice, resources, and supplies. They got to get it from somewhere else. They killing sheep and shit and babies and shit. Just to try to do what female already do. Hell, you got to do is wipe the baboon and make the sign of a cross. I ain't really saying the sign of a cross, but you know what I'm trying to say. We don't need all that external shit. Somebody will do. Man, that's some bull. Roll it.
uncleanliness. We've also been told.
Oh, but wait a minute. It's unclean when we do it, but it was clean when you do it. See what I'm saying? That same old gaslighting. Somebody needs to send these with gasoline draws on since they like gas so much. Roll it.
That it is the breakdown of the uterine walls and endometriosis being when the uterine walls is very affected, but the breaking down of the egg before it is fertilized. Consequently, this is why the issue is necessary. I state none of those things may be true, but I can state anything. It's not enough that I state it. It's the best that we begin to look even more and more into this whole subject matter, if you would. With the advent of monogamy, and in many cases, the ancients were very
monogamy. I know he ain't talking no monogamy. When boys gonna be boys, like y'all say. Oh, man gonna be a man? And you talking about monogamy? Bust it.
system growth. The church needed people to hold on to. It wanted a whole family because not only then did this church become stronger in number.
The church wanted people. Now, y'all already said in y'all little book, woman can't teach and can't preach. So who running this church? And then when they blame y'all for what y'all did, you gonna come and say, what about woman? Well, what about woman when you run everything? It ain't like you listen to what she's saying no way. Just same thing with that Adam and Eve. God told Adam not to eat the damn apple. The woman eat it. She give him peace. Then God said, Adam, why you ate the apple? She made me do it. Yo, she made me. She helped me die. Made me do it. That made me do it. Really? That's why your little God punished you to work in a saw for all y'all days. And you know the punishment God so said, dear woman? You gonna run after your man. You gonna lust. What kind of punishment is lusting after somebody? Really? If a punishment is to love your man, well, if he wouldn't have made that punishment, what she would have been doing? Not loving that man? Man, y'all keep telling on yourself like a boo-boo. Boo-boo the fool. Man, that's some bullshit. Roll it, guy. Just roll it. Roll it.
But also the tithing and the support was probably.
Wait a minute. I gotta hit this point. The tithe. Tithes. Don't they keep saying tithes is money? I want to know what God doing with money. That's what I want to know. You got an ATM in heaven? What you buying in heaven like that? They got stoves up there. They got cars. Now, if they got cars in heaven, where the manufacturer, where they getting all the metal and a rubber for the tires? Where y'all getting all this? I didn't know heaven had the same capitalistic rubber manufacturing companies and all kind of sewing machines and threads and rubber plants and how you doing that? What God doing with money? He must be down here. So God can't be up there enjoying money. That mug gotta be here. And how the hell God here? Well, who the hell up in heaven then? Or maybe he wasn't up there in the first place. See, that's go with them lies. See, that go that confusion shit. Just like that little rabbi say, it's the whole story with the confusion of God. See, that's all part of that confusion. Because I'm confused how God needs money and he ethereal and that ain't even tangible. What, money spiritual too? Well, give me some of that spiritual money. When somebody say you broke, I'm saying, no, I got a billion spiritual coins. I am broke. Man, roll that bullshit.
Probably more ingrained. They also proffered this idea that a woman should be separated from the tribe or nation during this time, and that this was something to be frowned upon and was something that showed that woman was therefore less than man. I state it is not a cleansing process at all, and that only is it partially the deterioration.
Nah, you know why they want to separate from man? And that's going to come up in another video. That's why y'all got to pay attention to all these videos. Look, I may be joking, it may be sound funny, but this ain't nothing but the truth. You stress a woman out, she gon' miscarry. You know who they miscarry? Just like he said, woman miscarry boys more than do women. Because once a woman, see, they so fragile. And see, all that postpartum shit, that postpartum exists because the woman ain't happy. What a happy woman you seen that's prosperous and well-fed and taken care of and glorious? Postpartum. Postpartum come with the man depressing a woman. Now you mad because she all flipped the flip out. Because of you. Stop flipping people out. But you know, that's all right. So written, so it be. Roll it.
Of the female egg unfertilized. Not only do women undergo the menses, but there is a subject, and I hope again that you're adult enough to let me deal with these tonight.
He said, I hope you adult enough. Ooh. He throwing shadow punches. Ooh. Roll it.
We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight, and you'll be able to discuss with me later on all that you would like. There is something called on the streets, again, the whites, scientifically called leukorrhea. Leukorrhea, or the whites, is a catarrhal condition of the womb and an inflammation of the uterine lining.
What they call the disease, the whites. Y'all keep with that law dictionary of color, black is good. It look like white mean disease. Roll it.
Much as endometriosis starts there too. And I state it's one of the reasons that causes menstruation.
Wait a minute. Speaking of white, ain't when dog poo white they call it caca? Don't that mean the fish is seeing like a... All right, I'm going to let that roll. Roll that beautiful footage.
During this phase, leukorrhea, not menstruation, women suffer sometimes for 2 to 3 weeks prior to the start of the menses, which will continue sometimes for 2 weeks, and usually at the least 3 days. This means that the female is subject to a constant loss of very interesting blood plasma and fluids. Let me explain to some of you who think that it is smart to laugh at leukorrhea and feel that it is not something that is detrimental. Let me tell you what's in some of the leukorrhic fluid prior to the menses or after the menses. The fluids lost in leukorrhea are composed of important vital substances such as lipoids, alkali lactates, natural sodium, potassium, sodium carbonate, calcium, and brain and nerve foods, highly rich in lecithin and phosphatidylcholines. The mucous corpuscles, again, present in leukorrhea are in reality not mucous corpuscles at all. They are what we call hemoglobin capable, simply meaning they are on their way to becoming red blood corpuscles capable of carrying oxygen, which, if you've been to any of these 2 lectures at all, I tell you, you don't get enough oxygen ever. It's almost impossible on this planet to get enough oxygen faced with the stress and hydrocarbons and radiation that we are. So all of these are potentially human blood cells, red hemoglobin capable oxygenating, that is being lost before they can even be formed. And then comes the menses themselves. Any wonder that anyone, and since
menstruation, see? It's menstruation because women being stressed by men. See, it ain't that menstruation. It's menstruation, not menstruate. Menstruation. That mean men stressing the bitch out. Damn. Etymology is a mug, but roll it.
this is now the bane of the female, wouldn't be irritable, in fact dizzy, possibly anemic,
Got that dizzy bitch. Roll it.
and grow old and show the signs of old with gray hairs, wrinkled skin, and so even faster if you're losing this 4 to 5 weeks out of a 30 to 31 day period. And some women honestly do go through that. I hope you don't know any of them, and I hope you're not one, because they are a heck to be around if that's the case. And what can you expect? The person is actually losing hemoglobin on a regular basis, and before the cells can even be made, they're losing it. I state this is not a natural condition, and it is not my big ego that states this. I have done research on those who have done the research, and in the little bit of research that I have done, I have to agree with what these august doctors and medicine people have reached the term to understand. In addition, it is proposed that if a female could stop these things, both the chorea and the menses, for no more than at least 24 hours, and that after that is much too much, that a female could have the capability of producing and bearing a child through term without a male being around.
Okay. Did y'all hear this? Did y'all hear this? Let me tell you something. Y'all little book people like to roll the truth and a lie, because a lie can't exist without a bit of the truth, because it's too far-fetched. So what this world does and what these men and these males do, I'm going to say males, they mix the truth with a lie, because that's the best lie to blend in with the truth. That way you can kind of remember a little something, because you can't never remember lie, too much lying. There's some bullshit, man. I'm gonna let it roll, because you know what? Them mother made me lose my train of thought. Roll it. Woo-hoo.
There is in history, if you do the research again, a theory called the Ovist theory. It's spelled O-V-I-S-T. It's pronounced A-H-V-I-S-T. The Ovist theory, I state, was proven by a Professor Jacques Loeb of Stanford University back in the 50s, 1953.
Stanford, Oxford, Cambridge. Not that weak-ass education they so-say call here. That real crap. They the ones that got all the ancient scrolls and all the knowledge and took all. They the ones that stole all that shit. That's where they get all that from in the first place. So that's gonna show you that this shit ain't just fiction. This shit real, man. Y'all need to just understand. Again, if you don't understand, just take a look at yourself. That's why they say the first key and a rule and understanding this realm and this trap we're in. It's understand ourselves, know thyself. You are your own litmus test. Your body is your own test subject. Test it. Prove it. Proof's in the pudding. Roll it.
Through 5. The Ovist theory states that the embryo develops from the egg alone and does not require spermatozoon in order to begin the promulgation of mitosis.
That's what I was getting at. Meiosis, mitosis, all of that. Do your study. Man, get a dictionary, because half of y'all lost anywhere with these words. Education, man, I'm telling you, you're going to need that, man. Even in the Bible, they talk about immaculate conception. Now, come on, man. Again, why would a thing that hate women even put that? You didn't even have to put that in there. But it had to make the truth or a lie. Why is the immaculate conception even in that book if it doesn't even exist? Because what that does is pick up the woman anyway. It picks up. And you know, they ain't trying to give me no credit. She a hoe and a bitch in a 304 in a book anyway. Why would they give a woman any type of credit? That goes to show you that's some truth. That's part of universal law. You got to tell the truth sometimes. Even though people ain't looking for it, for those who gonna seek, you shall find. That's why it's there. That's why you find it, because they ain't got no choice. It's a universal unspoken law. The spiritual law. You can't hide that from the people. It's up to them. That go that shit about choice. You can either choose to look for this shit or choose to be blind. But either way you go, the information gonna be there. Now I digress. Why would they even put anything with a Mac conception up in? You know what they trying to tell y'all? Y'all little so-called Christ. They couldn't even let him come through regular balls. Men so goofy, they had to find an invisible thing to try to tell y'all the perfect man gonna come from the woman within herself. It can't come. If you mix that shit with male sperm, you damage that, but you got damage good. They be riding to the core. In some way, in form of fact, they had to try to tell y'all that perfect being can't be. The man was so great and perfect. Why he just didn't let Mary have sex with the best man in the world? The best, the 100. The big man on campus. The BYOC. That's because no matter what you do, because man just folded by default. They told y'all, that rabbi told y'all, man, is a possible potential. You play as spades, you got I got 2 and a P. That ain't make no damn sense. He already know nothing can't come through that bitch. They already know that, but they keep fooling y'all. Why the truth in your face, but you still keep believing that lie, and them people already told you y'all ain't shit? Roll it.
In other words, a woman can impregnate herself and bring to term without a male being around, producing the male spermatozoa.
Ain't that's what the book say? You got all these Hebrew, Israelite, all these good people and Mormons and Lutherans and Catholics, all of that. Y'all read that book back and forth, but y'all keep skipping over shit that's there. Y'all beat the person on the head with that book, but y'all can't find that in the book. Why you keep, that's like church. The book got 1 billion pages, but y'all keep reading the same 5 pages. That's all you got to talk about. I been fell out that shit. Now 12 years out of them, I don't want to go to church no more. Them people crazy, and I don't feel nothing. You go shake hands with them people, they looking at you like they crazy in the house of God. I understand what God you talking about now. You keep that shit. All that evil right now. And let Ram Poke Chop. Ram Poke Chop sleep with everybody in the church and did little boy and little good. Even them people on that high Vatican shit got all them cases and nuns and you got babies in the walls and with skeletons and shit. What y'all doing up there? Y'all trying to create y'all them babies? You trying to get them nuns to immaculate concept them babies? And then what you gonna do with a kid? That's how y'all do anyway. Didn't y'all supposed to kill Jesus? Only Jesus couldn't do it. Only Jesus couldn't do it. They gave y'all so say, and then this is gonna show you. They gave you one person to save the whole world, and what y'all do? Y'all killing it, man. Y'all don't deserve nothing. See, that's I got a book. I got a book called Universal Law, and I got a continuation of that mug to show you the return of the energy and what this look like. So y'all go cop that, the Universal Law, Iron Soul's Resonance. That mean her song. Anybody know about that Quillop and that Kabbalah tree? I ain't Soul's at the top. There's only one. Ain't no more. I ain't Soul the Uda. Y'all need to go get that. It's on Amazon right now. It's an ebook. If you want it on paperback, you can pay back. This is a light read. About that truth. But y'all scared of that anyway. Again, it's called Universal Law. Iron Soul Resonance. Y'all just wait for that second book to come out. And I dreamt that book. I woke up out of a dream and wrote that whole book. That's some, man, we trying to tell y'all, everybody ain't here for the same thing. Because this is my first rodeo. I ain't been here before. all that, yeah, we reincarnate. Why the fuck would I want to come here again? Knowing what I know. I born on this shit. Man, y'all keep this. I've been against these rules since I was born. I ain't never followed these rules. They look at me like I'm the black sheep of the family. Man, fuck y'all. Roll it.
The prevailing medical theory now is called epigenesis. And therefore I state through these other researchers that epigenesis is not proven necessary. And yet it is what everybody now in this heterogeneous makeup in the United States pretty much believes in.
Hold on. I gotta add to that. Y'all don't believe a woman could have immaculate conception. See, but that's because you don't understand science about the mother cell and the daughter cell and how it reproduces itself. It's just a clone of itself. But y'all could believe a man transform as an actual woman. But I bet y'all gonna believe that he had a baby too. But you ain't gonna believe she had a baby. She got all the equipment and tools. She got all the shit to make it happen. This dusty ass mug ain't got a pot to piss in, but you believe this motherfucker macking himself before you think the true woman can? That's how up y'all are. This is how you know this some male shit. Y'all retarded. I told y'all was slow. Goofy ass. Roll it, God.
Also, however, this begins to propose some other proponents, which even if you might accept those, may not accept the latter one. It means that the female, if we're going to go by RNA DNA factor, was probably formed before the male. You cannot get a man from a man. You cannot get a woman from a man. But you can get a man from a woman, and you can get a woman from a woman.
That's what we keep saying. Why y'all got tits? Titties. Get off the titties. Y'all got titties that don't even work. Why? You shouldn't even need them. Why did you even have them? Why did you just got a flat, straight, no bulb, no nipple? Why? Because you made somebody else's image. I mean, you must be made an image of God then. Ooh, my bad. Y'all confused on what God is. Man shouldn't have no nipples at all. Because when you get fat, you look like a bitch with hips. Man, roll it. I'ma quit. Nah, lie.
This is what I propose the old church heads had to change, had to delete from the books that talked about it, and had to delete from the book that you refer to as the Bible.
You say delete.
For you see, males cannot reproduce themselves, and without females, the species phylum of man on earth as we understand him would not be in existence. And there was a time when that species was threatened.
Oh, just like I keep saying. If male is the end all be all, the cream of the crop, the booty bop, why even make woman? Y'all could have just kept reproducing yourself. Y'all already don't like women anyway. Y'all keep beating them every chance you get and craping them and slashing their throat and you ain't kill the baby. You mad at them, you kill the baby, the mama, the dog, the cat, the chicken, the rat. And then you try to off yourself. I love when they miss and don't off themselves. Now they gotta sit there and go to prison. You deserve that. He's so coward. He won't knock out everything around him, and then he gonna knock himself out. That's if I can't have you, nobody will. That sound like the YT folks. Y'all retarded. I told y'all slow. Goofy. Roll it.
Okay. Now we get to the light stuff, or should I say, the heavier contention. Dr. Edward Bischoff, an MD, started what is called the modern acceptance of the theory of epigenesis. That was started in 1864, for those of you taking notes. I'm sorry, 1854, for those of you taking notes. That means that the zygote and uterine development by union of sperm and egg is what Bishop's theory was. His theory has been accepted It is
And pause that. You know what? People be talking all that noise, but won't put this shit to a field test. Test it. The proof is in the test. Y'all talk all that smack, but can't prove nothing. Why don't you join your ass in a science club or some shit? Go buy a goddamn microscope for yourself instead of some fucking rims. And why don't you learn something about your damn self? Roll it.
only a theory. For centuries, people had believed in, and some people still do believe in, what is called parthenogenesis.
There you go.
Parthenogenesis. And the ancient Parthenon in Greece was a product of a culture that believed in parthenogenesis, having been given to them by some ancients called Akkadians and Natufians, who believed in the parthenogenic receptor of the human egg.
Ooh. Roll it.
And that female was only one of the regenerators of that, and that when man fell, then the thought of epigenesis even occurred. Before that time, it was understood that complete cyclic birth for a God-man had to be parthenogenic.
What I just say? I just said that bullshit. In order for a God-man to come, he can't come through no regular man, because y'all, don't forget, y'all partial potential of the possibility. In order for any God to come to this bitch, she can't have no contact, and no sperm can't be nowhere around out, because y'all tainted. Y'all too retarded. Y'all broken wise anyway. That's what I mean by retarded. How can something perfect come from retardation? It can't. So the shit you looking for ain't coming from y'all. And it ain't gonna be no man. Let Master Bible say. Cut the bullshit. That's why y'all mad. That's why the shit crumbling. Cause you stay in denial of the shit that's right in front of your damn face. Your little Christ, y'all hero can't come from y'all nut sacks, man. He can't come from your dusty ball. By default. Because y'all faulty. Roll it.
That was their belief. In the year 1955,
wait a minute, I think I'm gonna rewind that for just so I can get the grasp of the whole shit. Cause I think y'all missed it. I don't want to overtalk the most important shit. Cause y'all so slow, you fucking miss it.
ancients called Akkadians and Natufians, who believed in the parthenogenic receptor of the human egg, and that female was only one of the regenerators of that, and that when man fell, then the thought of epigenesis even occurred. Before that time, it was understood that complete cyclic birth for a God-man had to be parthenogenic. That was their belief. In the year 1950,
tell you, God can't come from a man and a woman, but he got a problem. It can only come from her, through her, from her, with her, in the union of the Holy Spirit. I'm in it forever. Y'all Kelly, go on, get on your knees for about an hour, stand up and sit down, and stand up and sit down. Roll it.
Four very prominent British doctors of medicine, Dr. Stanley Balfour Lynn, Dr. Bernard Camber, Dr. David Wine Williams, and Dr. A.E. Moron, all studied some 10 cases of virgin births and agreed that in some strange way, indeed, parthenogenesis.
In a strange way. Why it gotta be so strange? Because you don't want to believe it? But you believe everything, and y'all believe a man and woman? Y'all believe that? And it's right in front of your face. But y'all can't believe shit with proof? Slow ass. Y'all goofy. Roll it.
Had to have happened. The most famous study case was that of Emma Marie Jones. She was a German woman who became impregnated during the Blitzkrieg time in 19...
Y'all know what Blitzkrieg is, Sitzkrieg, right? Lightning war, sitting war. Blitzkrieg means lightning. Sitzkrieg means sitting. Learn your languages. Speak something else besides jive. You might learn something. Roll it.
1944 at Hitler's Germany. This happened at the height of the war, And this woman was encased, entombed, if you would, in a castle. Fortunately, there was a stream underground, and there were lots of canned provisions for over 15 months. She was found to have been in her 7th month of pregnancy when rescued.
See how the body works? You see how the female will manifest shit when you cut her off? You have to cut the off. Her body felt she was stuck, alone, and trapped. You know what that bitch did? That bitch created a whole nother being. It's gonna create our necessity. And this is why they keep blocking women and try to put necessity and give a fake necessity. And this is why this so-called 4B going on. Y'all keep pushing the B. Keep pushing the B. You gonna create without your ass in this modern day, wide open. Then y'all gonna be sitting there with your mouth wide open. Keep playing with her like that. See, rolling.
That has never been explained by the so-called medical sciences of this day, but was a common occurrence, especially under the stress of entombment in many ancient times.
There you go with that stress. See, that's why they keep trying to take it by the woman. She will create that necessity. Y'all keep acting fuck up and keep stressing her out and beating on and whooping up on her. She gonna create without your ass. And you already did it the first time. But y'all out of hand now. Y'all goofy ass keep fucking it up. Just keep fugging it up. Fug. Why you keep fucking up shit? Oh, my bad, 'cause you goofy. Y'all done fix all this shit to have it your way, like Burger King. And you still can't cut the mustard. You can't handle, baby. You ain't got nothing to do but sit, shit, sleep, eat, and fornicate. And you can't handle that? Man, you goofy ass. Roll this.
We'll look into that later, too. If the obvious theory is to be even propagated and definitely accepted, then we must begin to see what kind of conceptuality brought this into being. How can we begin to say that this may have been the way? And what does this mean that the species of human on Earth actually is? We see in studying classical history and into looking into what the ancients have said that a lot of different practices go on and a lot of different worships are coming about or are beginning to be dropped. The question has always been, and you've heard it posed before, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And I think the old axiom was, which came first, the chicken or the egg on the chick or the chicken on...
What y'all think? I gotta break this down. What came first, the buck or the egg? I'm waiting. Y'all so smart. What came first? The chicken or the egg? That's why that mug crossed the road. Everybody, why chicken crossed the road? You get to the egg. Roll it.
The egg. I ask you for a vote. I want you to raise your hand if you believe, when I ask it, that the chicken came first, and then I want you to raise your hand if you believe that the egg came first, but I don't want you to raise both hands, nor do I want you to vote twice. Okay? If you believe that the first creature was the chicken and not the egg, raise your hand. Okay, roughly around 20 people.
Hold on. See, that's what we talking about with that creation with the male God. How male's gonna be God and you came from somebody. So if you God, well, who your mama is? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Roll it.
Please lower your hands. If you believe it was the egg, please raise your hand. Which way is it? Okay. About 31 people. How many didn't vote because you don't know which you don't want to be made a fool of, so you're just not going to commit? There you go, young troop. All right.
Oh, you got them lukewarm bitches.
That figures. All right. Fence centers, placaters, politicians. All right. Well, this obviously has to be the chicken. I mean, doesn't it? You know, what kind of doubt could there be that's not the chicken?
That's right. How the egg gonna survive without a mama? You ever seen an egg in the wilderness survive without a mama? Egg gonna die. Ain't got no warmth. Well, who gonna feed it? You ever seen a baby bird come from an egg? That motherfucker weak. Waiting for somebody to drop a worm in their mouth. If not, that big gonna die. It's common sense. If you tune to nature, you can understand a goddamn question. Y'all so much in this goddamn concrete jungle, you don't even know what the fuck going on. If you think a baby could be, go take a baby and throw it in the garbage dump and see if he gonna live. Where the titty milk? He cold. Who gonna come the fuck up? He gonna die, dummy. Goofy ass. That ain't even no fucking mystery, you dumb ass, raggedy, dusty, nincompoop. Roll it.
Especially since in 1975 at Stanford University, they connected a vibrational detective sensor to an unfertilized egg.
All right now. This the crux. Vibration. You heard what he say? Frequency. Vibrate. This is why they got a low vibration. Don't you know a pigeon hatches his own egg with nothing by itself? And it waits for a vibration. You also say crocodile Dundee. You so say taller than 8 men. Y'all king of the animal. God named the animal, and he let man name all the animals, and he ruled over all the animals. You don't even know no fucking animal. You don't even know nothing about a nature animal. But you over animal though. Another lie. Now you ain't over shit. You ain't even over your damn self. You goofy. Roll it.
And got a rhythmic, pulsating beat just like that of a human heart.
And I don't get it. What you think? Eggs and women just dead? So when you shoot your sperm, you Lazarus and shit. You brought the dead to life. Everything is alive, dummy. The egg is already alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Roll it.
That experiment has been repeated knowingly 230 times with the same results.
Pause that. If you don't believe that bullshit, do the damn test your mofo self, you slow ass ingrate. Do it yourself. For all y'all naysaying, I know it's gonna be men. Oh, just keep it no, that dude, no. Do the fucking test yourself, you goofy ass. Go get an egg from somewhere that ain't coming from the stove. And do it to test your damn self. Stop waiting on people to tell you what the frog is and do the shit yourself. Slow ass. Roll it.
On an unfertilized egg.
Pause that. You know the egg's already in the body, right? Ain't no sperm nowhere, right? The eggs are already in the female body, you nitwit. So ain't nobody need no sperm to make no egg. Roll it.
What is an unfertilized egg? Anyone real intelligent here, right quick? Yes. No rooster around. No rooster was there. Well, then what does that do about the chicken and the rooster? But then we said a chicken and an egg, huh? Not a hen and an egg, not a rooster and an egg, but a chicken and an egg. This would mean that possibly there was some kind of a life pulse in an egg generated by the female that did not receive fertilization. A life pulse. Obviously, then the thing would be, are there any other species in nature, plant, animal, otherwise, that could begin to substantiate that or show possibly the same kind of proclivity?
See, but science gonna show you all kind of bullshit. Oh, look, the octopus, he's so smart, he opened up a jar of peanut butter. Oh, look, this animal here, though, he's so smart, the elephant never forget. Oh, look, the dolphin, let's go swim with the dolphin, they so smart, they like humans. But y'all ain't never testing stuff like, y'all wanna test everything around the sun, but the shit that really matter. Y'all don't show that. Why? Cause the gag up, the gig is up. Why? Ask yourself that. And it's just rhetorical shit, I already know. That's for your goofy ass to figure out. Roll it.
How many have ever seen an acorn or cut an acorn in half? Just raise your hands briefly. Interesting enough, if you look at that acorn.
Pause it. That's why y'all need to let y'all kids play outside, cause they dumb in the box around. One day, this lady say, she ain't know bacon come from a pig. Man, where you thought bacon come from? Trees? See? Poor old McDonald. They don't know none of them noise come from somewhere. These niggas say, what make this sound? These bitches say a duck. Yeah, you a duck, all right. Roll it.
There's an imprint right there where the seed should be. And in many cases, it looks like a full-grown oak tree. Or there's actually a formation before they begin to genetically mutate some of your...
See, that's the point. You're a clone. This is where they get the cloning concept. The egg is a clone of the mama, not a clone of the daddy. That ain't make no sense. How can something inside you look like something else? Man, y'all ain't gonna have that foolishness. Y'all, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I'm so glad this shit gotta come to an end. And you know what? I only wanna be alive long enough to see this shit hit the fan. Cause there gotta be a witness. How can I be a witness? How can I be a witness? Without a witness, nothing is validated. Nothing is verified. You need observers and witnesses to say, you know what, I seen it. These males here jacked the fuck up, I seen it. You being watched, man. Everything you do, you being watched. So at the end of the day, when they put that judgment hammer down, you got a whole jury saying, yeah, you motherfucker totally place her. Roll it.
Acorns, when they grew naturally, what looked like a big oak tree, which showed where that little seed might grow and what it might grow into. Also, the silk moth, little lowly silk moth, reproduces itself without a mate. And in fact, if the moth mates, it cannot produce silk, and it dies soon after mating. A lowly aphid, some call it an aphid, I call it an aphid. Little old lowly bug, if you would, reproduces without a mate, and yet the phylum of man, supposed to be able to subjugate and conjugate with just about anything on earth, can't do such. The Egyptian, of course, a very non-essential, backward, non-pyramid building society, had a very interesting thing. They worship almost what is behind me on the wall as scarab, which we refer to as the scarab beetle. Scarab is a very interesting creature.
Yeah, he's scarab, but then they turn around and call him a dung beetle. You know dung means shit. Anything that downgrades something miraculous. Oh, it's not it's a dung beetle. It's a shit beetle. But you know what? Flowers grow out of shit too. So, shit on you. Roll it.
Sure. Has a 7-year cycle, and at that time, if it does not mate, it reproduces. If it does not mate, it reproduces. Up till that time, it's capable of casting off its skin, borning itself anew, And if it does mate, there is new reproduction, and that one dies, and the other one may carry a seed, which then has to be fertilized by another beetle. But if that chain doesn't start, the beetle does not need a mate for reproduction. Now that sacred beetle, the good luck charm of the scarabus, obviously now may grow in its meaning as to what they were trying to say to us and why they characterize a little insect as being strong and mighty. I give you food for thought. If, and I say this very much iffy, if the human species is the highest life form on the planet Earth, then isn't it strange that seeds, moths, aphids can do what humans cannot do if you believe in epigenesis only? I state since nature always shows by sign, and nature has nothing to hide from man, because man to nature is as a beetle to a planet, then maybe we should look at what nature has said and is saying.
All of that. That's why y'all trying to kill nature so bad. Because it keeps showing over and over and over the proof. And y'all keep trying to place nature with artificial shit. Artificial intelligence, artificial food, artificial animals. Y'all can't see. But those that come from a time that was raising animals and close to nature, and we see the shit. We see. That's why you're trying to get everybody Alzheimer's, so we couldn't tell new generation what's going on. You ain't fooling nobody. Y'all sad, though. Still trying to keep this shit going on. And it's that's what my new book about. The continuation, the downfall, the rotting of the universe. Because y'all keep, it's too long. Y'all kept this ain't supposed to be rolling this long. Now it's rotting now. Everything turned against each other now. It's the rotting of it. You rather rule in hell than be a servant in heaven. So you gonna hold on to it as long as you can, as long as you think you Buddha by, as long as you think you the leader, I'm the provider. That lie, anything to keep the lie going. Now you suffer from your own vices. You're killing yourself, and you're doing all kind of crazy shit. You can't hold on no more. You losing your mother mind. Which by right, just relax and let it go. Just 'cause that's how you want it doesn't mean it will be so. Roll it.
All of that simply leads up to a final, or maybe a commencing, idea of what and who we are as humans. And I state that the story that they didn't tell you, that is now beginning to come out in various books under the New Age concept, that is now beginning to surface in research centers and medical facilities throughout the earth, and they still will not share it in general with the public.
Now why they won't share it in general with the public? To keep y'all goofy ass men think y'all running something. So, you know what? Y'all supposed to destroy yourself. It's supposed to be like, it's written, I ain't mad at it. They gave y'all a chance. You failed. Anytime you give human a chance, they always choose the wrong choice. It ain't just human, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, really. I'm just using that general shit to keep y'all happy. Man, fuck that. Y'all know what the deal is. You know what it is. Harlem wanna ride, you know what it is. Roll it.
With the laity either, was that this is a very old planet, and that when life forms even begin to resemble in any way what we now think life forms on Earth should, that they were hermaphrodites or dual-seeded, that they were androgynous or androgens, having male and females on the same plant stem, and that's an interesting word too, as you shall see, and that at one time there were even Etherians or evanescent. In other words, there was no solid form human on Earth.
See, that's what it's all about. He hit something very crucial in understanding what this even is. We've been in the physical too long. You know, anything in the physical material world that has to pass, it has to die. It's a cycle. You can't live forever, not in this form, because it's meant to degenerate. Look at your body until it get old, get decrepit, it gets sick, it die. Y'all trying to stay here too long because that's the only way you can exist is in his flesh. Otherwise, you don't exist. So when you trying to hold on to your little ragged ass piece of existence, you're dying. Keep recycling the same shit over and over and over and over. You can't keep recycling stuff. Just like that movie Multiplicity. You keep cloning an original source, and on a full clone, you done lost all viability. It's not even feasible anymore. You start to lose things. You start to lose genetics, cells, sense. You can only clone so far. Y'all don't get it? And then you trying to do something that's naturally done in woman. See, everything we do, y'all trying to do synthetically, and it just don't work. The nation is into the woman womb. All them damn ain't nothing but people. They're sleeping. Sleeping giant. Man, I'm about to hit y'all with that sign. Go on listen to Dr. Delbert Blair before I blow y'all mind with this sign. He's blinding me with science. He's blinding me with science. No. Roll it.
Yet there was intelligent life in a form. Here's the way that story goes, and I move it carefully and slowly, and I will state you now, in the next 10 minutes, it's going to get very rough. And if some of you feel that you cannot take this kind of digging, go back and buy some products from the back or from the table and close your ears. But if I just made you very hungry for what may be happening, then let me finish before you reach a conclusion. Let me state, and I'll try to deal with it as scientifically as possible. It's going to get to be very interesting. Woman was the first, that is, the first female sex creation that endured the cessation of the hermaphroditic state. In other words, it was that phylum, called now female, that endured again the dual-sexed seed.
Y'all got that? Did you get it? Did you get the message? Message? Hit it.
Having two sexes in one. This original person, or this original species of human, dwelt in the heavens of earth, or what is called the etheric vibrations.
You hear that? Etheric, ether, non-physical. See, this is why you got all these transformers today. The me, and they trying to do what she and I already done. Is and gonna be. See, y'all forever keep chasing after what this bitch do. That's why I said in that rabbi shit, man, just give it up. You too goofy. You ain't built like that. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. You ain't bad. Like Michael Jackson say. You ain't bad. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. I ain't said he did. Roll it.
Much faster vibration than that of the physical vibration. And as the atoms of the planet condensed, so did the atoms of this species condense in the lower heavens.
Now ask yourself, why did it condense? What lowered the vibration? Let's get to getting. Roll it.
Of Earth. This condensation led to a lower and lower vibrational rate within the atomic structure of both the planet and the species that had lived in the heavenly essence of that planet, until both became fairly solid. Then the hermaphroditic tendencies, through what is called a coalescence of the chakra centers, changed to an androgenic conception. It's interesting also that the word androgynous means having male and female parts on the same plant cluster, but androgen has been named by men as being any substance that induces or strengthens masculine characteristics, such as a male sex.
Here we go. See, they go try to take over this shit. Ooh, I bet you can't do it like me. Ooh, I bet you can't do it like me. Y'all need to stop that bullshit. Goofy ass. Roll it.
Formal. How far have we come? Number 2, when this advanced species during ancient Earth times mated with animals of Earth's origin.
And there they go with that bestiality shit. They need to stop lying. Why would woman need to sleep with an animal when she can make her own shit inside herself? That don't make no sense. But it ain't him. He just telling you what these fools wrote. These goofy ass. If women do why every time you watch porn and all this porn shit out there, all you see is men playing with these goddamn animal diddling shit. Dude, fucking chickens and all kind of shit. I'm ticked. Ain't like I'm looking for it. I go to clean out people's computer and do all that. You don't know what the hell people got on their stuff. Man got a rubber penis longer than a damn cow hoof. Jam it up in there. What you doing, man? You trying to taste the foot? That shit don't make no sense. I guess he trying to find himself, huh? Right in the anus. Pow! Right in the anus. Wow. Roll it.
Their coitus resulted in a new offspring, animal man. And the animal portion of their union followed the animal menses, which are governed by the moon, and at that time the earth took on a moon.
Now, animal man. Now, didn't y'all say these gods came down and slept with women? Maybe they were the animal. Woman was already woman since the beginning of time. Why does she need something else to create when she can do it herself? That sounds like somebody mansplaining. Animal man. That's how they made man. That's why they resemble so much of a dog. They got every way of a dog. They licking their own pee-pee, eating their own shit. What they call that, scat? Yeah, that's that shit. Y'all just nasty. Stop being nasty. Like Mr. Brown said. Y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all just so perverted within yourself. You don't know what to do. You like that child. You don't know what to do with yourself. Just because you can do shit, don't mean you gotta do it. Don't mean you gotta do it, man. That's why y'all can't never learn nothing. Y'all just retarded. Like I say, I ain't made the term up. Y'all men did that. Y'all, it was cool to retarded when you talking about women, but you realize the men decided to be retarded, so you decided to change it and call it mentally challenged. Yeah, okay. Delulu ways. Roll it.
They were then called human or animal men, lower vibratory creatures of the fallen heavens.
Low vibratory. Roll it.
3. When this advanced species during ancient Earth's times mated with animals on Earth, their coitus resulted in another fallen energy unit.
Now, hold that thought. How you gonna mate with an animal? See, this way bullshit coming from. See, on the next videos I'm gonna post, it's gonna be about that science, about that equal vibration and how the womb rejects shit if it ain't on her level. The womb even kills sperm if it ain't right. Because it ain't right. Now, if you could just take a woman and let her fuck a donkey, or a dog, or a chicken, why you can't do that shit today? We should be having, what they call that, chimeras. Did they make a movie about that lamb look like people and shit, that man fuck that lamb and that lamb look like a man? What's that movie? Little Lammy? Is that so I Mary had Little Lamb? Wasn't the doctor surprised? I don't think so. This is why a chicken can't sleep with a dog. and have a Dawkins. Shit just don't cross over like that. Well, matter of fact, why don't you get, let me see, an alligator and a fish? Why they can't sleep together and make a gish? So when you have about, the women, they made the woman sleep with the animals. No, somebody did some cloning shit. And they took some shit and spliced some shit and spliced some shit like sliced bread. And they made up some bullshit. That's some molecular shit. That ain't no just, you just putting elephant penis in your ass and now you got elephant people. It don't work like that. Like I say, prove me wrong, B. If it was so, Joe, you could do it right now, Roll it.
And that was even falling lower than the original humans, who at least needed the moon cycle to propagate.
Don't come and tell me no bullshit. I'm going to prove right there. All that shit they told me still going to be proven right now. Now you know nothing.
High alkaline diets, enzymes, fresh juices, oxygen, and chlorophyll containing foods, along with deep breathing and exercise, shortens the menses. Most female athletes, circus performers, long distance runners, tennis players, tend to slow their menses to no more than 1.5 days. Most vegetative, animal eating, white sugar containing females have their menses extended to a 5 to 7 day mens cycle. Many normal healthy females don't even start menstruating at 19 or 20 years old, and then usually worried parents, ignorant doctors, or money-hungry doctors bring their menstrual cycles on with intensive efforts. And I won't be so low as to tell you some of the practices to induce menses, but maybe some of you males or females may have heard of them.
See that warp shit? How do you induce a period? What you gonna do? Jabbing in the noonie? What you gonna do? Kicking in the nan? Oh, so you just gonna kick the bitch in the nan to make her stop bleeding? Hey, I could bust a dude in the balls and make him stop bleeding. That don't mean that natural. Y'all I told y'all some good motherfuckers, man. This shit diabolical, man. And you wonder why the feminine energy pissed the fuck off to the high point of festivity. Y'all done pissed this bitch out. If I was her, I'd burn this motherfucker down to the ground. I bet you bitch would. I damn motherfucker. I wish you would. Some bullshit. Roll it.
And they can become extremely violent and volatile. All original zygotes are females when formed.
They say that already. And if you ever been in medical school, any doctors or anybody in the medical profession, y'all should have went through this in class already. They teach this. They literally teach this shit. And you know why most men don't get it? Because they hood and they goofy and they don't go to college. They're uneducated like a mother. That's why they don't get it. They ain't gonna never get it because they goofy. There's some illiterate, crazy. My name is Jeff. Roll it.
They later change, and as our planet has lowered in its vibration, now that is at least 98% still true. After 6 to 8 weeks, the male fetus starts to secrete testosterone, otherwise it would have remained a female.
That's because it's in a woman's mind. See, when that dude, I want a son. I need a boy. Somewhere in his sick bitch mind, she caves in and changes that energy. And be like, okay, daddy, I'll give you a son. And it changes. The chemistry changes. Soul man thinking soul man is. That's the power manifestation of woman, and they know that. They just think it's them, but it's her. It's her. We let them believe us, dude. He want the boy. Y'all too goofy, man. I don't see how y'all still living on this planet. This motherfucker should have been devoured, dog. This is all man no flame, man. Roll it.
Now, please, we're going to start getting rough.
Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, just stay there. Because I'm about to hit this part 2 in a minute. If it ain't for the faint-hearted, you can't take you better get your ass out the kitchen. Or get you some cold water, because you know, people in hell want ice water. You better get you some water now. So when you go down there, you can have you something fucking drain. Roll it.
Listen intently and take it accordingly. There is no truth until you decide what truth is. Sometimes a small quantity of testosterone is secreted, just enough to make testes form on the developing embryo, but not enough to utilize proper brain chemistry and pituitary balance, and indigenous homosexuality can be produced.
Oh, yeah. Crazy as imbalance. That's why these dudes in here right now putting female panties on and stuffing their balls up their booty hole. That's crazy, man. How you stuff your balls in your booty hole? Like they ain't got no germ. These be balls smell like boo-boo. It's already close enough. That gooch and all of that. Y'all retarded. You know, y'all, it's just a shame. It's a crime, shame. Crime of mine. It's just a shame. Y'all to be embarrassed to be existing. I see why y'all act the way y'all act. Y'all just some fucking losers. Ooh. Tell me I'm lying. Anybody that's listening, tell me I'm a goddamn lie. Tell me I'm lying. You bad mother. You shut your mouth. Prove me I'm wrong. Prove it. And start talking that shit. Roll with it. Talk that shit now. Roll with it. Walking like a dog. Walking like a dog. Walking like a dog. Woo, 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 woo. Retarded ass. Roll it.
I don't need to repeat that because you heard it, didn't you?
Oh,
How many want to hear just one more time? I thought that. Boy, I'm getting psychic. Sometimes a small quantity of testosterone is secreted, just enough to make testes form on the developing embryo, but not enough to utilize proper brain chemistry and pituitary gland balance, and indigenous homosexuality can be produced.
Oh, yeah. You crazy. See what them folks say? Yeah, he born like that. He born fruity. It's the men. The men be born. Women are already natural to that male feminine energy and the brain and all that. We both anyway. But we still carry that femininity though. This mother just confused. He putting on pantyhose and shit and putting on lipstick. They think clothes make you a woman. See, they talk all that shit. And think wearing high heels, lipstick, and panties make them a woman. What if nobody had clothes? Now what? And you running around with your junk swinging. Now what? How you gonna fool people to fuck you then? You know what? Y'all stupid. Roll it.
Birthmarks are the mental impregnations and decreased ability of woman to still mark and control the vibratory rates of her cells. Dermoid cysts are the undeveloped cells starting the first trimester of fetal development, and microscopic examination will verify this fact.
See, just like I be saying, all these things out here, that's some bone chair, man, that she was gonna manifest on her own. That.
The hair, teeth, and nails are there. Many cases, this budding tendency.
Wow. A human being. And they take this stuff out of women, they ain't gonna show you. That's why you need somebody there with you, or the camera. It's why I don't like nobody being in a hospital room with people. I say, why not? Shit. Ain't no harm, no harm. Let your spouse or your mom or your family be there to witness shit. They don't like nobody up in there. Because they know you gonna see. Oh, it's not clean. It's not disinfected. Well, I can scrub in just like you, bitch. That's right. That's what that is. Some savage ass shit. Roll it.
Can go on each side of the dermoid casing and may become even other type of cysts, especially when improper chemical balance is maintained due to drugs. The word conception means to conceive mentally. Man descended from woman, and circumcision is the artificial means to finalize this separation. The male testes is a woman's descended ovum, now encased within the scrotum.
Pause this. I just had to rewind this for a bit, just so I can hear this. Is it, man? It's some crazy stuff.
Are the undeveloped cells starting the first trimester of fetal development, and microscopic examination will verify this fact. The hair, teeth, and nails are there. Many cases,
See, I go that microscope, get a little closer. The unseen is starting to become the seen.
this budding tendency can go on each side of the dermoid casing and may become even other type of cysts, especially when improper chemical balance is maintained due to drugs. The word conception means to conceive mentally. Man descended from woman.
See, this is why they're trying to take the mind. See, this is why the shit called placebo exists. Because it's all in the mind. Depending on how powerful your mind is. It's all in the mind. That's why these males always trying to take over somebody's mind. They can't even take over their own mind. Because they ain't got no mind. Goofy. Roll it.
And circumcision is the artificial means to finalize this separation. The male testes is a woman's descended ovum, now encased within the scrotum. You know what's coming next. The male penis is an elongated clitoris.
Okay, I hope y'all heard that. I hope y'all heard that. Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. I just hope you heard it.
The female fallopian tube, made by fallopian in 1523, is the male vas deferens glands, or urethra duct, which is really an amalgamation of the fallopian tubes. The male prostate, and this is one of the reasons why prostate trouble is on the increase, is an atrophied womb.
Oh? Atrophy. Roll it.
And every man has the mammary glands of the female and can produce milk if he is normal.
Oh? Milk. Give some milk. Roll it.
The bulbourethra glands of the male are the equal of the larger so-called vestibular glands of woman. And interesting enough, the female thyroid gland with its 3 lobe allows enough iodine storage to keep that bulbourethra gland functioning when man begins to dehydrate.
Okay, now, don't you think if it was the other way around, the male should have been XX and the female should have been XY? If she came from him, it should have been that, not the other way around. Why is he the lesser being and she the greater being if she came from him? That don't make no sense. How something retarded produces something perfect? I told you that. Only something perfect can produce retarded shit. Say, but it's broken, baby. It's broken. It's broken. Roll it.
What you've heard is different. What you heard may already be agreed on by some, heard of by many, and now is being considered by you in the audience. I state this is just the start of what has been the fall of man on earth and the propagation of a new kind of species.
Now, hold up. Ain't nobody mad now. I hope y'all got to understand that, and I'm tired of women's playing and tap dancing for some lap dance and doing anything with some dap in. Nobody mad at nobody. But like I keep saying, stay in your goddamn lane and stop all that lying. We'd be cool if you don't lie. Why you don't get that? We'd be cool if you stop all that goddamn lying. Just tell the truth. And say the truth to set you free. That's why you ain't free. You don't want to be free. You like to be locked up. Don't let me out. You like being locked up. That's why y'all in prison now. Y'all like being locked up. Y'all like being locked up so you can get that booty juice. Like Tyreek and she said, that pussy. So y'all know y'all like hanging with more than you like hanging with women. So I don't know. And that's all right too, because we don't give a damn what you doing. Ain't nobody like getting jugged in a baboon. Shit, you keep, I'm glad y'all that jugged them fools in a baboon. You know, that's where all that monkeypox and AIDS and all that come from. That's an enzyme. You see, Mo, when women get them AIDS from needles, and it's very rare. It's very rare because we have a cleansing process up in now. That dead ass sperm and that poo-poo juice and all that E. coli, and you get micro tears in your baboon, man. You don't understand that? If you can understand carpet burn, you can understand your intestines getting ripped up. Your sphincter muscle not even working anymore. We don't even know if you farting or shit. Like Liz thought she fart, but she shit. That booty so loose in the goose. Don't get me started. Come on, man. It ain't my fault. Oh, it ain't my fault. Did I say that? It ain't my fault, dude. I'm just telling the truth, like it is. If you can't hardly get the bump off my channel, I ain't asked you to come here. Y'all don't want to claim out, you tell the truth. All that UFO disclaimer, everybody lie. We just want to know the truth. Tell the people the truth. Well, now you got the truth. Now what you going to do? That ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. Because I don't hate nobody. You know why I come here? Damn, I nobody like that. I don't care about nobody like that. I don't even like people like that. I'm going to tell my mom since I don't like people. There's something wrong with them. I said to myself, I'm a hermit by choice. Because y'all retarded. I don't want to be engaged in all that shit. The more people hang around each other, the more crazy y'all do. The more crazy y'all act. Y'all can't have the impact on good people anyway. Y'all try to do suck people dry. Try to be like them. Try to figure out who and how they are so you can act like that. Man, look, I'm only being me. Ain't nobody can't be me. If you trying to be me, who the fuck gonna be you? Be your damn self. No, I'm saying. Oh, goofy ass. Wrote it.
All in all, and since we have a man lecture to follow and a children lecture to follow it, I give you the reasons again for the difference possibility in sex, but the idea that it is possible to reproduce on Earth without the union of sperm and egg.
That's all they trying. That's all they trying to tell y'all. Everything that you think ain't everything. But everything is everything. Y'all stop listening to them lies, man. Y'all stop listening to them lies. Y'all should be tired of going through the same old 60, over and over. Come on, man. I already said that. That's a shame. We gotta stay on this hamster wheel just for you to goddamn get it. If they change 1 hour or something, you gonna be lost in the sauce. You better think goodness and high creation that the same old movie keep playing, because you keep missing the parts. You keep missing it. Same movie. You still don't understand the climax and the goddamn more of the story. Oh, goofy. Roll that. Just roll the shit.
Now, again, before I turn this portion only, and please don't ask me about man and children, we have two new lectures coming up about them. I want to give you some research papers and items for those of you who want to either correlate that or to do it on your own.
That's right. Correlate, extrapolate, compare, logic, reasoning, rationale, do it all. Like I said, y'all claim y'all so smart. You so intelligent. Figure it out. Y'all can figure out a lie. And lie is supposed to be the highest form of intelligence. Because you understand the results and outcome. Unless you that stupid, you lying for no fucking reason. And you still get in trouble. Roll it. You know, I just don't like unintelligence. And this war today they got going on, it's the intelligent versus the ignorant. That's what's going on. How can it be other people or the same people? Similar anyway. So say all want the same goal, but y'all keep fighting. What do y'all want at the end of the day? I'm gonna break it down. Males, hypothetically. Females, what the fuck y'all want at the end of the day? Why the heck can't have know me, even though we know what y'all are and who y'all are? Why we can't just deal with the truth and just take it from there? It's not that difficult. Y'all keep making shit difficult. Because you just can't handle the truth. You can't. How, Sway? How? Roll it.
One is called the redundant male. It's a book by Dr. Jeremy Sherfas, C-H-E-R-F-A-S.
Damn. You know what redundant means, right? Roll it.
And Dr. John Gribbin, G-R-I-B-B-I-N. Two books by Professor Hilton Hotema, H-O-T-E-M-A. One, The Physiological Enigma of Woman.
Now, why a woman gotta be an enigma? You know what? I'm gonna pause for a quick second. I want y'all to look up enigma. I'm gonna give you a time. I'm put on pause for a quick second. And you look up enigma. I ain't about to tell you shit. I'm tired of telling you. That's enough of all this spoon feeding shit. I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. While y'all look up enigma. E-N-I-G-M-A. I believe. I ain't about to smell the shit for y'all. Use Google. Y'all using that AI, LGBT chat. Use that bitch since you goofy. See, that's why they invented AI. Y'all so stupid. Y'all need some new thing for you. So, I'll be back in a quick second. Look up enigma. Alright. Did y'all find it? Roll it then.
The other, The Great Red Dragon. Both by Professor Hilton Hotema, H-O-T-E-M-A. The Sky People by non-professor, Brinsley Lepoire Trench, B-R-I-N-S-L-E-Y, L-E-P-O-E-R, and then trench like a digging trench or a trench coat. The Star People, Brad and Francis Steiger. The Star People, Brad and Francis Steiger. And Man the Unknown by Alexis Carroll. Man the Unknown by Alexis Carroll.
Now, why is man unknown, but yet a woman considered an enigma? Something mysterious, something difficult to understand or even explain, something perplexing. You figure it out. Roll it.
It's open for questions, statements, and comments on woman only. What a wonderful subject. Okay. Oh, let me ask this again. Can they come to the mic again? So this can be recorded. If you would pose a question, could you please approach the mic so it go on tape and won't be inaudible. If you don't wish that, then you may hold it for later on.
Now, the this man about to do some Q&A. I want y'all to hear how some people can't even comprehend what this guy just said. It's not rocket science, it's really not. They keep hiding about his misuse and custody. I don't understand. How can somebody not understand something they just broke down to you? Use special and use not. Use different and use not. What's so hard about that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Before I came into realization of what the true shit going on, I said, I want to know. Not for everybody else or the bad people to say, oh, I know more than you, or I'm smarter than you. No, I want to know because I'm part of this bullshit line too. I want to know if what I was resonating with, is this just me? Is it just me? Or is this shit some real stuff that's embedded in my genetics and DNA that's coming to surface? I don't need the validation. I was just trying to do a math check. That's all. But for kicks, I want y'all to hear where the people's minds at when they bring up situations and topics and information like this. Don't listen to this. Listen to these questions. And I can guarantee you what the question's gonna be and from who. Roll it.
Pardon me? Repeat the question. I was stopping from coming up. Sometimes I won't be able to hear the question. That'll be the problem there. If you want to double it on again, then fine. Okay, I'd rather approach the mic if you don't mind. And if you have questions, therefore, on just the woman lecture, you might want to kind of just form a little line there. And if you don't, then we can move on to the man lecture. We do. Careful again. You can walk over there. Sorry. Walk in front of his camera. He doesn't mind. Okay. I totally agree with that. And since only women were being produced on earth and there was no race of man, for man to make his impact upon earth, things had to be changed. And when the first birth that came about through union of a fallen type of an animal and this female, man made his entrance on earth. Way out, but that's the way I understand it. Questions or comments, if there are any? Okay, I think he heard it. He wants to make sure that somebody like me say something like that. Yes, I did. My understanding agrees with what the young lady stated, that the first propagations and reproduction were all females. Only thing being born on earth were females, through the female womb. And then a mating was done with an animal, and man was produced. Okay?
Tell you about that maiden. That's some clone shit. Somebody done spliced some gene and did some UCOB.
Yes.
Somebody did some Island Dr. Moreau shit. Somebody did some Frankenstein shit. Mary Shelley.
You mentioned your lecture on women. You see a higher body form.
Alright, we're gonna stop right here. I don't know about all these Q&As, but that's just people questioning what the man already said. So, I don't even know if I'm gonna do part 2 because it's about man and child. And then I might, because, you know, you got a few people that still don't understand their position in this chessboard. So, without further ado, I'm going to stop this first session. And y'all catch the second session if you want to. But this was sure a whopper of a video the first go around. So, if you want more information, I guess you tag into the next video. So, peace. See you with the hair chicken and grease.